Hi all, a very warm welcome to the We Walk the Talk series of IFL Samasta Finance. We are here today to have a candid conversation with our Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Ananta Kumar. Hi sir.
Hi Prakriti, thank you for having me here. I am very excited about our conversation. Thank you.
So as we know that you have 2 decades of experience in finance, and you've had different experiences in different industries. For example, steel, retail, IT is what we know of. But we would like to know a little bit more about you. I'm sure our audience wants to know a little bit more about you on a personal level. Where were you born? How did you start off your career journey? All of those things.
Thank you, Prakriti. So basically, I was born and raised in Tarapuram, near to Tirupur, and where I had a family support for my pursuing my education and about my passion. I have a very small family, wife and daughter. That's all about my family. The daughter is going in nursery.
Okay. So good to know about your family background, your where did you grow up, but more on education, like how did you start off your education, what were your interests, and more on your professional career journey also.
Yeah, for the education with respect to, I am a qualified chartered accountant and as well as a company secretary.
Okay.
And the work experience where I have learned a lot of things during my articleship training, and where maybe post that with CA firm where I do for a lot of audits, move to different kind of industries. And post that I moved for a consulting firm where I have gained a lot of experience, where I moved for at least a year for abroad, where Middle East and Africa. I learned a lot of experience and exposure during that tenure.
And how about your last assignment before you joined Samasta? How was your last assignment?
Your last assignment also gives where I have been more of a process re-engineering and audit process improvements.
Okay.
Where I have done a lot of manufacturing companies, especially bigger manufacturing listed entities.
Okay.
And that gives, it's for overall more of whatever learned in the past, that gives a lot of insights and to shape up me as a adaptable professional.
Okay.
Presently getting a good exposure in terms of various industries, various peoples where I met, and I learned a lot from them. Each and everyone.
So we also understand that you've had experience not just in finance but also audit, strategy, taxation, all of those departments as well. So when you started off your journey, professionally, how did you join? Where did you join? What was your motivation first?
After my graduation, I have joined a CA firm in Tirupur. It's a small firm, but where I have worked for around a year. That gives more confidence, and that gives more depth on the what is audit and what are they doing it actually, and that gives more interest to pursue studies also. Then I moved to Chennai, I mentioned, from that's where a lot of experience comes, where I get a lot of guidance from my seniors, friends, and where I have done for my training, articleship firm. Everywhere they have given a lot of freedom and a lot of emphasis. That's where when you give a freedom, the people will empower and they'll learn more. That will go beyond the boundaries. That's the more important in my career.
Okay. So you've pursued 2 degrees, if I'm not wrong.
Right.
So how did you manage, work and studies while you were working and also learning at the same time? It would surely motivate our audience and probably me as well when it comes to pursuing further education while we work.
See, definitely it's to professional education that brings a lot of discipline. It's required and a lot of challenges also. But in the same time, but when you have a 2 professional course, then the work and balance between the study and work, then you need to have a lot of planning, and there is a careful planning, and you have to stay organized.
Correct.
Then so, that gives you have to balance it out between the
2
work and study.
Correct. Even I haven't pursued further education after my graduation, so I'm sure that's going to help as a tip for me while I can manage work along with the studies.
Yeah, that's a great thing.
Coming to your journey in terms of challenges, I'm sure everyone has their own challenges, and you've had 2 decades of experience, as you mentioned. What kind of challenges have you gone through in your career journey?
See, when the initial phase of a career, but between the work and study, that was a more challenging, but that gives more resilient. When you have a study and parallelly you work, whatever you study you can apply in your the work area wherever you learn. That's a practical point of view. That's a challenge. Same times it gives you more strength also. And the other thing, for the balance between the work and the personal, the family. So that's, see, each phase of life have a different challenges, but each challenges will take you to the next level in your career and in your life.
So I'm sure your background in different industries like strategy, IT, manufacturing, and now finance has given you more management or leadership skills, better leadership skills, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. So whatever all the past experience and the challenges, it has shaped me as a more resilient and for in a personal as well as a professional life. Correct. Where I'm there. Even I look forward this journey where it takes me to the next level. As a leader, even I have learned from my mentors, even during my past experience, even initial phase of my career, even I also have a mentors. Even I observe them, how they are dealing with the employees or how they are dealing with the situations, tough times. But I always observe that they are more patience to listen others, and they are more resilient, and they show empathy on the people. But that's where even I feel it's leadership is all about. It's not like directing others, but it's all about for creating a friendly environment and guiding them, and for even empowering them. That's more important, I feel. And for even that's where I learned, and that is I want to pass on to my team members as well.
Okay. And when it comes to culture is, as you know, very important, for our management, leadership. We were a part of the CXO team. So how do you think our culture here in Samastha is different from your past experiences?
See, definitely it's company to company will vary the culture, but definitely in Samastha, even I have seen a last 9 years, but the culture is, it's more kind of a family. It's people normally will say it's a family, but it's kind of a family. But people can grow from a scratch to where they want to grow. It's a lot of opportunity also it's given for each one of employees.
So even I joined about 1.5 years ago, and I feel that learning opportunities are something as a selling point that we have as HRs here. When we talk to candidates or even our employees, I think learning is something that we definitely encourage here at Samastha. But also in terms of culture, we've seen people first as a motto that we've been following for the last 1.5-2 years now. So if you could just help us understand your perspective on how do you practice people first every day?
The people first, what I feel it's on creating a empathy. It's for you create an empathy and create them an empowerment that gives more important. For it's each one of employees, we need to understand what is their strengths and what is their skill sets. So that based on that we align with them, then definitely even they will also grow, and as a organization we can also get what is the desired end results we want from them. And for the other thing, it's more important that stay organized with the people. It's more of a careful planning for them. It's a day-to-day activities, or maybe whatever their learnings across the departments, then there should be a proper guidance, and that will give a more insights to the
where for example, employees maybe at our branch, we have a huge population at our field level who are listening to us right now. How can we encourage that at branch levels also?
See, it's more important always for each one of a member. There'll be some leadership. Somebody, they'll be managers, and under them they'll manage a team also.
Yeah.
It's a similar way the hierarchy comes up, but each one, what level of the expectation is, how they want to treat it, that's more important. The same way they have to, the down the line, they have to cascade the information. See, how do you want to respect, how do you want to given an assignment, and how do you want a guidance?
Yeah.
This what you expect it, the same you pass on to the down the line. So that's what creates a more important. I have read a study article, but I couldn't able to remember the numbers. But the fact is, in a lot of organization, they look for upskilling and investing money for the training aspect of it for their employees. But only few organizations are interested and they take steps. But among maybe around 2 to 3% of organizations, they take real initiatives. But we fortunate among all, but our management, it's taken a real steps for each one of from the, maybe we start from a field officers to maybe the CXO level. They have given a lot of opportunity. They taken real initiatives, and that's where the people can grow their areas of improvement, and they grow in their professional as well as the personal. This will help to even not only professional but in their personal lives also. That's more important with respect to our organization.
Okay. And what kind of trainings or learnings do we have in the organization to build a culture like that?
Already we have, it's I think our L&T, it's a huge, I can say it's a huge potential team, and they're doing a large volume of trainings. Maybe we start with the field officers with maybe we call it as induction, or even there is a skill training as well there. And that goes even up to that the CXO level. When it comes, we have external trainers or a coach to train them. This is where it's more important also to organization. Our management believes that our employees can grow and they can perform, deliver a task.
Okay. Yeah, so more on how our branch employees can, learn from our people first culture. If you have anything to add on that?
Yeah, definitely. For a lot of things are there. It's for when we look at it, our branch team, the field officers, they'll come and go, but the branch manager is a key person, the branch in our business also. He should be empowered with learnings, and he should also have a lot of responsibility, so that everyone, they know that what is the responsibility. It gives them more freedom, and they act on a very positive way. This is my roles and my responsibility. I have to give it my 100%. So that's why they look for a support and the collaboration.
So in case, I'm sure branch employees do go back and forth in the field, maybe having some concern, challenges every now and then. How can the branch manager or their managers here at corporate also help their team, keep them first?
We have to create an open environment where we have to listen from everyone. What is their thoughts or what is their problems? That's where creates a friendly environment in the organization. That's more important, I feel that. We create an open environment, then everything will fall in place.
Correct. Okay, so one last question that I have is, what is it that you usually tell your team or your colleagues? One thing, maybe one quote, one phrase, or what do you go by every day?
See, always respect people and value people. Then the more resilience and for a more empathy you show them, then that is a reflection they will show in their team members. That's where the collaboration starts. And the people will be, you be kind, nothing wrong in there. So at the same time, what is required and what it has to be done, then we'll be, end of the day, we have a hope that
we'll probably build better teams, stronger teams with respect and empathy and kindness, which is part of our people first culture as well. I'm sure the people first perspective that you gave has been different from what other leaders have given us. And the branch employees or our field employees or corporate employees would surely understand how to effectively use people first in their everyday lives. Very inspiring, sir. And we really liked having a conversation with you, a candid conversation where we got to understand more about your personal, your professional journey as well. So we'd like to conclude this conversation now, and thank you so much
Thank
for
you so much
being a
for
part
me
of this
having here.
episode. This is not the finale. We'll definitely come back with another set of leaders and have a conversation similar to this. So see you again. Thank you. And this was We Walk the Talk series, episode 3.